So if you're watching this, you've already seen the title and the thumbnail, and you know that I've bought a clown car. Just kidding, it's a Tesla. I'm sitting in it right now. This is my new Tesla Model 3. And if you're unfamiliar with that car, this is a fully electric car. There is no gas, not a hybrid. It's got batteries. And that's it. This car starts out at $35,000, but they're not making that version yet. So this is a little bit more expensive. So I'm sure that I'm going to get the question as why? Why did you get this car? Why did you spend a good amount of money on this car? What's the reasoning? And you may think because it's fully electric, I'm gonna save the environment. Not so much. Mostly, this is a car for gadget nerds and for techies, and that's totally who I am. But also because from following the rise of Tesla and the journey of Elon Musk, it feels like I gotta join in, you know? So I got it to kind of be part of the journey, because and that's not the only reason. This is a freaking sweet car. But I felt like I owed it to myself after being so excited about this brand and the story of Tesla for so long that I should end up getting a Tesla and driving it. And it's just something it's definitely something that I have wanted for a long, long time. Let me take you with me and we'll go talk about the order process.
This is gonna be showing up a lot more on this channel. In fact, not a lot has been showing up on this channel at the moment. I ordered it on April 14th. April 14th happens to be my birthday. It's like a birthday gift. After you order, there's kind of this weird period where you're waiting around for a VIN number and you're just hoping and praying for like any information. So I decided to bite the bullet during that time and get the charger. I ended up going for the 20-foot cable. Super glad that I did because there's an 8-foot and a 20-foot and there's no price difference. So seriously, if you're wondering, get the 20-foot. I didn't know if I should go with an electrician that is suggested on Tesla's website or just get an electrician who happened to be around my area. And seriously, after going through the process of getting quotes and talking to people, just go with a local guy, okay? Support local business and just hire locally some electrician. Any electrician worth his salt is gonna be able to understand how to add a breaker and to get this thing installed. My delivery was incredibly delayed. It was such a nightmare that I'm actually gonna record another video just about the delivery process. But suffice it to say, I finally took delivery on actually, what day did I take delivery? On Friday, June 29th, so at the very end of June. I recorded some footage of the delivery day, so let's check out actually my impressions on that very first day of owning this car. It's not a cat, it's a car. I think that is my car. It's the only white X. I'm not getting an X, I'll get a 3. I'm nervous, I'm so nervous. If you want to know how nervous I am, just look at my hand. I cannot stop shaking. I'm so excited.
They're unloading another truck there.
Yeah, holy cow. Okay. Ooh. It drives. It drives. We're gonna punch it.
Oh! Hey, Chad, stop it. Hey, wave at the gas station.
Yeah. Bye. Never have to use you again.
Woo, we're charging. So I've only owned it for about a week and a half and I've already put over 1,000 miles on it. Actually 1,225-ish. So like 1,025 miles on it. What are my impressions so far? And I'm gonna avoid trying to say like super generic stuff like it's fun to drive. Because it's an electric motor, you have like power on the whole range of motion. So if you're going like 65 miles an hour and you floor it, you're still gonna get that jolt of energy as if you were kind of like standing still. And that is so nice. When it came to autopilot, I was very skeptical and worried, really, that I wouldn't like autopilot at all. Autopilot is the lane keeping and speed keeping capability. This is not full self-driving. You do need to be aware 100% of the time. Already in my short amount of time driving this, there's been 3 or 4 times that I've had to take over for the car. And if I wasn't 100% aware, some issues may have happened. Nothing like a head-on collision with a median or anything like that. But I probably would have hopped a curb or slowed down dramatically when I wasn't supposed to. Autopilot completely reduces the stress of driving, especially on long drives or tedious drives. When you're just taking a quick trip over to the grocery store, there's no need to really activate autopilot. But from driving from one city to another or being stuck in traffic, this autopilot's like amazing. Something I was expecting but still shocked me was how awesome the sound system is. I absolutely love listening to music in my car. Some engineer somewhere at Tesla did an amazing job equalizing this car, bass, treble, I mean the whole range. Oh my gosh. Listening to music in this car, absolutely nothing seems overblown or distorted. It is crystal clear and awesome. It's not all rainbows and sunshine. There are a few things that I'm worried about. Build quality is number one. There are a few areas on my car that are not perfect. The front hood is misaligned on the left side. There's some weatherproofing sealing that is really weird in areas, and the carpet on the back of the back seat is a little bit pulling in a weird corner. So there's definitely build quality things that I can easily see from just like the first day I noticed these things, and that does worry me that there's something else that I can't see that is not right. Back to the good stuff, auto parking is incredibly enjoyable. I don't have a car, I didn't have a car before that had an auto park feature. I know that this is readily available on plenty of cars now, but being able to drive past a parking spot and parking directly in it without touching the wheel is awesome. Fun little factoid is that it doesn't look on the stripes on the ground. It actually just parks you in the center of 2 cars. So if both of those cars are like misaligned to the stripes, you will also be misaligned to the stripes. Also, the app that is on the phone is absolutely game-changing. It is so cool to load up the app on my phone because there's an LTE connection in the car no matter where it is, you know, theoretically, as long as it doesn't like leave the country. I'm able to connect to it and control the horn, the lights, the climate, charging, tons of stuff through the app, and I'm just gonna expect that on new cars coming out in the future, and a whole bunch of cars aren't gonna be able to do that because you can't connect to the car over LTE on a whole bunch of cars. And finally, the biggest thing is how almost underwhelming it is, yet how overwhelming it is at the same time. That sounds really stupid. Let me explain. I was really excited for this car, and so I did a lot of research into what the experience would be like once I owned it. So there's a lot of things that are underwhelming kind of because I was expecting them. Also, at the end of the day, it's just a car. You know, it has a gas pedal, has a steering wheel, has a brake pedal, and it's a nice car, but it's really just a car. But constantly I'm reminded at how different of a car it is, even though it's still just a car. It's almost like a wolf in sheep's clothing. When you start getting into the details, everything is different. The drivetrain, the transmission, the fuel that it uses. This is, I mean, there's been a lot of drive-by-wire cars, but this is totally drive-by-wire. This car has been engineered from the ground up to be completely different. And granted, Tesla's been doing this for years, but it's just now hitting me. I mean, they've done it with the S and the X and even the Roadster before that. But it's just now like really hitting me just how different of a car this is. But yet, it's just a car. It's just a car. And it's really easy to drive. It's really fun to drive. So that's the weird, juxtaposition is that it's so familiar, but yet in the details, it's so different. and there are a few learning curves, but at the end of the day, you know how to drive a car, you know how to drive this. I'm absolutely in love with my car. Absolutely in love with it, and so happy that I did it and pulled the trigger and, you know, got a really expensive car loan and now have this thing sitting in my garage. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, stick around. We're gonna be doing a lot more videos on the OMG Chad channel, so stay tuned.